So here we have a generic computer box. Inside I've got a server, computer, Opteron 6212, blah blah blah, nobody cares. I've got two video cards. Okay, as you can see, here's a NVIDIA 450 and a 460 version 2 or something. I don't really know, but two video cards. Each of them have two displays running out of them for a total of 4 displays. I've got 4 keyboards and 4 mice. One of them is a PS2 mouse over there. Kind of old, nobody cares. It still works for this particular function. So each one of these desktops is independent of the other. So if I look at my mouse, I can't scroll it to the right, to the other screen, or to the left, or up, or down. So this is an individual account. So let's say I wanted to sign out of this account. The only thing it'll do is it'll cause a flicker on the other screen that's attached to it. So like there's 2 displays on this card over here. That's these 2 displays. It'll flicker that screen, but it won't log it out or anything. It'll just be inconvenient in the event that somebody's playing with it. So this one, let's log in as Timmy, just for, display purposes here. So using a program called Aster, you can separate each particular screen to be its own little login and computer, and that separates them each to their own control. So granted, it's limited a little bit by CPU power, and it's limited by graphics power because they're sharing the same graphics card. But stuff like Minecraft, YouTube, such like this should run fairly independently without too much work as far as, being able to be used and functioned on and all this type of stuff. Timmy joined the game, look at that. Can we see a small name of Joshua in the distance? That's all like work. Alright, so obviously we have 2 games running concurrently at the same time on the same processor, different accounts of Minecraft. Alright. So let's say we want to play a 3rd account of Minecraft at the same time. Let that load. And on here, we'll go and do some YouTube. Yeah, why not? So, something that we know will last a while. 9cat, 10 hours. Why not, right? Alright, lots of 9cat going on here. Alright, let's go ahead and try and join our game. This one. So due to a lack of equipment to equip each one of these with a sound card, I'd have to use a USB port. See, all the mice are connected except for the PS2 mouse via the keyboard that they're playing with. So I would plug in a extra USB sound card on the second port of each keyboard. Except for, of course, the one that's got a weird wireless mouse setup. But whatever. So each one of these is using a separate IP address. Oh look, there's Timmy. Look at that. For some reason it made him a girl. Oh well. Yeah, on the same network card. So, oh look, and there's Joshua. Wow, they're all near each other. That's excellent. So that means that the single network card that's on this computer that they're running off of, which there's actually 2 physical cards, but I'm only using one, is running at the moment 6 IP addresses to handle the maximum amount of computers plugged into this computer, because it can handle 2 more displays out of the 2 video cards that it has, for a total of 3 monitors each. Obviously, I just need more keyboards, more mice, etc., etc. More individual sound devices for each one of them to hear their own sounds. If these monitors were good enough, like if they're HDMI or if they had DVI sound output, whatever, blah, 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 you could plug in headsets directly into them, or perhaps if they had their own speakers, you would hear it. So, and you can set each individual NVIDIA or AMD HD audio output to each individual monitor, and it would treat them each like their own video, sound card. So that's an easier way to do it, provided you actually have monitors with the capability of doing such a thing. So it actually runs pretty smooth, despite there being 3 different, games running on the same computer. I'm sure it might lag a little bit once you start doing massive projects, or if you have like a lot of redstone type shit. Anything that's really gonna slow the computer down, obviously will slow it down. But other than that, it's working just fine. So Aster is an expensive program for people that don't have any money. So this particular version, they have a 6 keys for life, and for that it costs $100. But a website called One Home One PC has a 25% discount or 20% discount. I can't remember which. Obviously on that license, so you can save a fair amount of money just by using their promotion code. They're the America distributor of Aster, as it were. All right. So obviously, for people who have even more awesome computers that have the capacity to have even more video cards, granted, may want to actually check the specifications of their motherboard prior to trying this. But the second video card in there is running at 4x PCI Express 2.0, so it doesn't really require a vast amount of bandwidth just to do this. Now, if you're playing like super intensive games, you're gonna want a lot more video card processing and CPU processing power. And this thing's got an 8-core processor in it. 8 cores, 8 threads. So it can handle a lot of stuff like this, especially with games that are single-threaded like Minecraft and Terraria and stuff like that. But when it comes to more advanced, more current games, like the first-person shooters that people like to play,
maybe some more high intense graphics, sports games or something, that might cause a bit more of strain on the computer and you'd see a lot more lag. At least with this particular equipment. Now, if I had a much newer video card in there and a much newer computer setup, it probably wouldn't lag at all. All right. If you have any questions, send me a message and or like and subscribe on YouTube and whatnot. Thank you.